When the fire alarm goes off, you don't just smash the alarm. Instead, you look for the source of the smoke. Makes sense, right? But the world is busy ignoring the smoke of subconscious programming and just trying to silence the alarm of laziness. Our subconscious has 3 belief systems that hold us back from doing anything big. By the end of this video, we'll learn how to turn laziness into massive action. Respect and salute to those who conquer themselves. Instead of trying to break the alarm, try to understand the fear of failure. Something similar was happening with a 13-year-old kid. The class teacher sent a letter to the mom. He wrote, "Your child has the potential to be a topper, but he's really lazy, forgets everything easily, doesn't come on time. That's why he's falling behind in class." The teacher labeled him as lazy, but the parents were smart. Instead of scolding, they asked, "Which subject scares you the most? If you could get rid of that subject, what would you want to become?" The boy's eyes lit up. He said, "I want to join the army. I'm really scared of math." So he started getting math tuition. Luckily, the teacher was the kind who focused more on teaching the subject rather than just lecturing. I told him some interesting stories. When he got interested in the subject, he started using his brain. Along with that, his confidence in studies began to grow. The boy didn't top the class later on, but somehow he managed to pass the army exam.
Just start without overthinking. Mess up the first question or quickly skim through the 4 lines you're reading. Then tell yourself, "Yeah, that was bad. I didn't get anything." Then say, "It's okay. I'm perfectly fine. I'm still okay, and the world didn't end." Gradually, the fear of messing up will get smaller. Your brain will learn that mistakes happen, but you're safe. Once that fear goes away, you'll want to take on tougher challenges. Another reason for laziness is low expectations from yourself. That Bolt guy said his biggest regret in his Olympic career was, "I was a bit lazy back then because I didn't really expect much from myself. I used to skip training and just sleep in my room. The coach often had to come wake me up. So when I was 18, I didn't do much at the Athens 2004 Olympics." Bolt says if he could meet his younger self today, he'd say, "Listen, bro, grow up fast. You've got incredible talent. If you keep working hard, you'll win medals in 4 Olympics." The point, friends, is that even a talented runner like Usain Bolt can have low expectations from himself and doubt himself when he's young. So why is this such a big deal for us? We often think that what I'm doing today isn't that valuable. It's just a small task. What difference will it make? Understand this through the compound interest graph. The biggest returns come in the last few years because returns multiply on top of returns. Now, you have limited time, a window. The later you start, the more you lose out on those final years of profit. So take this seriously. Every small, consistent step you take today will grow exponentially later.
You'll get results, provided you start right now, today.
The third reason for laziness is lack of clarity. Bill Gates says that during his first year of college, his interest in studies dropped a lot. He was just scraping through exams by memorizing stuff. Then one day, he saw a photo of the Altair 8800 in a magazine. That's when he realized the computer revolution was happening, and he knew he had to jump in. So what happened next? Bill Gates teamed up with a friend, wrote software for the 8800 machine, and sold it to the company that was making it. That was Microsoft's first sale. After that, Gates got super serious because they got clear on their purpose. They realized that if they worked hard, they could build a big and influential company. As soon as they got serious, their fake laziness disappeared. Often, they would lock themselves in a hotel room for 3 days straight, only coming out once their work was done. This happens with all entrepreneurs and scientists. When they find a purpose to do something amazing, they forget laziness and dive deep into their work. The fourth reason is chronic low energy. Chronos means time, and chronic means something that keeps happening again and again over time. Chronic low energy means you keep making the same mistakes month after month. Staying up late, falling asleep while scrolling on your phone, not managing stress, sitting stuck to your chair all day, and then wondering why you don't feel like working.
The truth is, all this messes up your sleep, and because you're tired, you don't feel like doing anything else. When tiredness combines with those other factors, laziness feels like a huge mountain. Friends, remember, every successful person has struggled with laziness at some point. So feeling lazy isn't the problem. Embrace being lazy sometimes. Staying consistent is the real struggle.
When things get tough, people just give up halfway. Listen, average effort is even more dangerous than laziness because society treats it as normal. Everyone thinks and talks like this. But the truth is, average effort never works in your life. Just look at yourself. Every result you've ever gotten came from 100% commitment, whether it's fitness, career, finance, or relationships. So starting today, do 3 things to ditch this average mindset. First, reject average everywhere. From right now, take massive action. Friends, there are 4 levels of actions. The first is to run away when things get tough. The second is to do nothing. The third is to try. And the fourth, the most powerful, is massive action. That means taking such big, fast, and aggressive action that the results come just as quickly. Cardone says, intensify, multiply, dominate. Work with 10x intensity so that average results aren't even a question. To ditch the average mindset and bring in the massive mindset, here's another tip. Write down your weekly goals twice a day. What's the biggest mistake we make when setting goals? We just set one goal for the whole year or month. We write down our goals repeatedly, but then forget them. That's because our brain keeps focusing on whatever's right in front of us. So when problems come up in life, we end up losing sight of our mission and just keep thinking about the problem. Grant Cardone suggests setting weekly goals and writing them down twice a day, once in the morning and once at night, so your brain gets used to resetting its focus on the goal. For example, if your goal is to practice speaking English for 3 hours a week because you have interviews coming up, but you missed a day, then under normal circumstances, you'll keep thinking over and over, oh man, how did I miss it today? I probably can't do it. You'll just feel useless. Instead, write your goal again. Now I have to practice 3 hours in the next 6 days. Tomorrow I'll find an extra 15 minutes during the day somehow and finish my weekly target.
For a massive mentality, third thing is shift your mind. Think massive action instead of average. Build and own instead of shop and consume. Earn mindset instead of just watching and waiting. Make opportunities happen. Doing it will definitely work. Focus on the mission instead of just hard work. Choose energy and recovery over entertainment. You need to make sure the wrap is complete, not just comfortable. Instead of focusing on problems, focus on training. Focus on coming up with new ideas. Instead of failure, focus on redoing and rethinking. Grant Cardone says that whenever he faces a setback or fails, he pulls out his writing pad, sets new goals, and immediately writes down new steps so his focus stays on the destination, not the difficulty. He says no matter how successful you get, you can never afford to be lazy. Hard times are coming because laziness weakens your mindset and you. People become scared. They fear challenges and new opportunities too. Because of this, they keep attracting problems in life over and over. There are 4 reasons behind laziness, and feeling lazy is natural. But we can't stay lazy, because laziness creates an average mindset, which leads to average actions. That's when you say, I'll try, but I don't really believe I can do it. If it gets tough, I'll quit halfway and get confused. Average actions are even more dangerous than laziness, because everyone treats them as normal. So from today, adopt a massive mentality. Reject being average everywhere. Whatever part of life it is, take massive action. Action so big, so fast, so aggressive that results come just as quickly. Second, write down your weekly goals twice a day. Once right after you wake up and once before you go to bed. This way, your focus keeps coming back to your weekly goals and you won't ignore problems or mistakes. Third, shift your mindset. Think about moving from average to massive action. Don't just say,
let's see what happens. Think, if I work hard, it's definitely going to happen. Instead of thinking about getting comfortable, think about pushing yourself to do 4 more reps. Here's what you need to bring into your daily efforts. Intensify, multiply, and dominate. Playing not just to win, but to dominate. Hey guys, have you ever seen a rocket shooting straight up? It looks like it's going to tear through the sky with all that energy. But what if that rocket turned back toward Earth? Destruction. That's exactly what's happening to us. Youth is packed with energy, but often headed in the wrong direction. What if you channeled that energy into focus, attention, and your career? For that, you need 5 strong pillars that won't let your discipline slip. More on this in the next video. Save this for later, because no video, app, or news is more valuable than your time. I'll keep sharing work stories. With courage, action, and smarts, we'll win.